It's Saturday. We are officially 2 weeks out, which is insane. You guys, I don't know where the time went. I really don't, but we're here. And I've had like minor mental crash outs about like everything that I need to do on top of obviously everything that I'm doing physically, but it's fine. We have time. I just finished some fasted cardio. I did, my morning vacuums, took supplements. I'm staying very aware of like my immune system too, so making sure that I'm staying on top of like my vitamin C, zinc. I take magnesium at night, so things like that get me kind of going in the morning. And then I just got back. We are gonna freshen up a little bit and then make some breakfast. But I thought today would be a fun day of eats. And I'll tell you a little bit about updates while I cook breakfast. But day of eats, all the things that I'm kind of just like keeping at the back of my mind 2 weeks out. So everything that I have kind of written down to make peak week and next week honestly go by a little bit smoother. So that's kind of the vibes today. But yeah, follow along. Alrighty, we are freshened up. Got in a little cozy sweat set, you can't really see, but we're gonna make meal one, which is the same thing every single day. I have one piece of Dave's Killer Bread, some egg whites, spinach, cheese, and avocado. So we will be making that. And while we wait for this to heat up and all the things, let's go through some prep updates. This morning, I woke up with a new low at 102.6. Mind you, again, I'm a 5-foot, very petite competitor. I'm very much on the smaller side. Hence why it is just so hard for me to, one, build muscle, but like also keep the density in my muscle as well. But I'm going to show a comparison of 2 weeks out from last year, 2 weeks out from this year, because it's crazy, especially in my glutes and just my shape in general. Granted, my 2 weeks out last year from my national show was a bit rough. I had flown back home to Utah the day right after my regional show. And then we put my dog down. My childhood 17-year-old dog down. So I was rough. I was emotionally, we climbed back up in 2 weeks, okay? We did a lot in that time frame. We adjusted posing. We got just a smidge tighter and just, all in all brought a better package. So that was great. I'm so grateful that it all worked out and I was still able to be there with my family, honestly. But okay, anyways, this week was rough. My energy is 0 to none. In the mornings is probably when I have like that little bit of like boost in me. Otherwise, like I hit the 2-3 p.m. slump and it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. So I've been like trying to, adjust my workout timing because I've been going back and forth between doing my midday workouts, which are usually around 2 or 3, or just waiting until 5 or 6 so I can get an extra meal in me. It honestly has... Okay, sorry, Nala got a hold of something she wasn't supposed to, but basically I've been trying to play around with different workout times because I just have to go when I have the most energy. And again, I'm fortunate enough that I have the schedule that allows me to play around with that, but I've been finding that like working out around 5 or 6 with an extra meal with me and then coming home and eating dinner and then just going to bed honestly hasn't been like the worst thing. I definitely don't want to get in the habit of it because it just, I like my midday workouts. Today I'm actually going to go a little bit earlier and aim for like a noon workout. I'm eating breakfast kind of a little bit later. I slept in. I love that. We are definitely focusing on sleep these next couple weeks. That's like a non-negotiable for me. So I aim for 8 to 10 hours. And it's great. I love it. But as far as last week, low energy, all the things, body's feeling fine. My hip is what it is. I wake up with like random joint stuff here and there. So that's, you know, just prep. My body's doing a lot. But as far as protocols go for this week, so we are doing our final push. We're doing it. We are increasing cardio just a little bit, and then we decrease my nutrition. So instead of carb cycling, anything like that, we are just low across the board, 7 for 7. And low for me. Well, like for anyone, but it's low, but also because I'm a small 5-foot competitor, it's like reasonable. So yeah. Anyways, then we are keeping steps the same, doing all of that, and basically just going to see how my body continues to respond. It already has been dropping. It's been responding, and this is day 3 of this protocol. So I'm excited. We are on track. Ideally, we want to hit like 100 to 101 by the start of peak week. So we are on track. I just have to lose another pound or 2, and then we can start filling out because your girl is flat and depleted. It's nice because I still have a little bit of that bubble. That is one thing that I am blessed genetically with, is at least for fit model, right? I can't get shredded. Like I just have that bubble layer of fat over my muscles that just don't allow me to get super like shredded, striated, things like that. So it does help when they are looking for a little bit of that like pop in the muscle and fullness, because my skin, it's she thick. That Hispanic Latina skin is, yeah. Anyways, okay, so those are my biggest updates. I'll come back when this meal is over or done, and then we will catch up some more later. But gonna finish cooking this, eat it, and then shortly after go train. So all right, she is all done. Gonna eat this. I topped a little bit with that cheese and a little bit of some everything but the bagel seasoning that will probably get taken out next week. And then my coffee. Hello, it is post-workout meal 2 time. So I am keeping it simple with my staple that I've had all of last prep, that honestly keeps me so satiated, and you just can't go wrong. This is one that I definitely bring with me to my shows, so it's a meal that I have on repeat even throughout show day, peak week, all the things. So of course we have to keep it in the rotation. It is just some chicken, sweet potatoes, and zucchini, all air fried. And if I'm smart and I'm thinking of my future self, I already have it meal prepped and ready to go. If not, then I just cook it ahead of time, but I was good and it's all done, out of the way. Don't have to worry about it. And honestly, it's just as delicious. So the goal for 2 weeks out is to keep all meals like very much, simple, straight to the point, all foods that I will be eating when I get to Pittsburgh and come show day. That comes with a couple exceptions. Like for example, my breakfast, I have a Dave's Killer Bread. I'm probably not going to bring that with me to Pittsburgh, so I will replace that, carb source with either, last year I basically did this meal but with egg whites. Or I might do banana, I might do rice cakes, whatever. But basically, my strategy 2 weeks out is to have foods that enter my body that I will be eating come peak week, come show days, so that way there's no surprises. I know my body digests it well, and there's no issues there. And then I also have these pink Himalayan salt packets that I've been using to salt my food. Again, to keep things consistent. I'm trying to think. My dinner is the only one I switched out as of today. I'm going to start reintroducing rice back into my diet. My body digests rice totally fine, but I just haven't had it for a couple weeks because as your calories get lower, the serving of rice just is non-existent. So I am making that, sacrifice of taking a good chunk of my carbs and using it towards my dinner. That will contribute to, having that rice, getting my body, back and digesting it in a regular manner, because that is one that I do consume quite a bit come peak week and day of show. My main carb sources day of show are my sweet potatoes, rice cakes, bananas, rice. If I'm close or I know I have access to a microwave, I'll do oats as well, but I don't know that this is the case, and it's just a pain to warm up oats most of the time. So I'm going to probably hold back on those. And then I'm trying to think of another carb source. That's pretty much that's my rotation. And then for my protein sources, I just do egg whites, chicken, and beef. And then I've been eating those consistently for the last couple weeks, so there's no problem there. I'm trying to think if there's another, yeah, that's pretty much it. I bring my fat sources with me, like my avocado, or I do Instacart or buy peanut butter at the location. So I'll Instacart it to my hotel come when I get to Pittsburgh. But that's pretty much it. That's my strategy, is start implementing foods that I know I will be eating on repeat until after show day. And I have another show lined up after that, so it's probably going to be this for a month. But you know what? I don't even care. It's still so delicious. It's still good. I've honestly missed rice a lot. I just get that much of it. So it is pretty sad. No more taco bowls. It's like a taco bowl, and you'll see it later, but it's just not as exciting. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this, fuel these muscles. My next couple meals are definitely not as satiating, so I'm gonna eat this, maybe take a nap. I did some glutes. I finished all my cardio. I just need to get my steps in, and then today we just chill. Nothing else planned, and that's it. But yes. Okay, I will see you for meal 3. Alrighty, we are back for meal 3, and nothing exciting. I'm just doing some chicken and a little bit of cucumber. So I'm gonna weigh out my chicken while I also tell you another 2-week out thing that we are doing, and that I've been doing. Honestly, since last week, I started cutting out artificials. Mainly my diet sodas or sparkling waters, things like that, that I'm being more mindful of. So no longer drinking my icy drinks or having my diet Dr. Pepper. The only thing that I have in my regular so far is still my coffee creamer. I'll probably keep that in just for another week. And then only use stevia if I want to sweeten something up, but that one's not really a common one. I need to get the perfect amount. Perfect. I think the sodas is pretty much it. I limit myself to like 1 piece of gum a day. So that's another artificials that will I won't rely on next week or peak week as well. But that is pretty much it. Those are like the main things. I'm gonna configure this and then I'll show you. The abs are definitely abbing as of lately. Okay, we got our steamy chicken. I'm just gonna throw my little cucumbers on there. And the salt. Meal 3, she is not much, but it is already 5:30 p.m. I've already done my cardio. I'm like 500 steps away from hitting my goal. So for the rest of the night, we are just rotting. My next meal will probably be in like 2 hours. And then it's bedtime, which is honestly part of the highlight of my day. So I'll be back for dinner. Alrighty, we showered, got all freshened up for some dinner, and then bedtime. I am doing a ground beef, lettuce, avocado, pico, a little bit of Laughing Cow cheese concoction. I have some balsamic, balsam, the rice that starts with a B. You know what I mean. I'm like, I can't even think about it. I got some rice cooked up, and then what I like to do to kind of add a little bit, because I'll eat dry ground beef, but lately, just to add a little bit of like moisture, I will heat a pan up with a little bit of water, let that steam for a little bit, and then I'll put my ground beef in, and then I'll add a little bit of seasoning. I've been using just like an all-purpose seasoning, and then a little bit of chili powder or chipotle chili peppers seasoning. Again, I'll probably cut these out next week, but for now, just add a little bit of kick and spice. I love me some spice. So gonna weigh 100 grams out of some ground beef now that this is heated up. A little bit more. For the last couple, I just use my hands because it's fine. Okay, perfect. I'm going to heat this up again, season it a little bit with these guys, and then I'll come back for the video when I put it all together. Let's build this bowl together. Starting off with the base, I'm gonna go in with some lettuce. I just love like veggies and greens, and I know it's for volume as well, but I just love the taste. I really do. Okay. I'm gonna get some rice. Got all my beef, which is already measured out. I went with a smaller bowl because it makes me feel like I eat more. And then for our toppings, I'm gonna add in this Laughing Cow cheese, and I kind of cut it up into little pieces. We'll say the stuff is like so messy. The Laughing Cow cheese is definitely not a show day staple, but again, just for another week, keep it in. Especially because I'm not relying on really any other dairy for like proteins or anything. I'm going in with some pico. I do measure this out. I know it's like very few calories, but it does matter. We have our 15 grams of avocado. It is not very much, but just enough to get a little taste. Salt her up with the leftovers from this packet. That is delicious. Like, are you kidding me? I am gonna eat this, and then my late night snack slash dessert is just one rice cake with like 6 grams of peanut butter and a little bit of honey and salt. And honestly, that's all I need to kind of end the night. And I'll do a little closeout tomorrow with some other things that I am preparing, taking lists and all the things for, but thanks for tuning in, and I'm so excited. Happy Sunday. Today has been a little busy day running errands, getting a couple last minute groceries for the week, but I wanted to close this out by doing like a little just quick rundown of things that I'm slowly compiling together to make next weekend's packing extravaganza so much easier. I'm a very type A person. I like lists. I like to plan ahead of time. I'm running through all the case scenarios and everything that I would need come show day. So I'm taking mental notes and then writing them down on my phone. So I thought I'd run down a couple, like, you know, quick things that I'll need for this week and then to really start getting ready for next week. So I just bought some dish soap to mix with baking powder to use as exfoliator. I tried to get the Get Buffed exfoliator, but they like sold out. So I'm just gonna do a DIY version, which will be nice, and it's cheaper too, and it worked for me last year. And then I got some nails. I just do press-ons. I got some nails, and then next weekend I will just, you know, paint my toes and give myself a little mani-pedi at home. And then I have on my list, so I have my suit here that I wore last year that I'm just going to, again, rinse off. I'm going to take the pads out and add them into my purple suit. So that is all ready to go. I have on here try on check-in outfits because your girl wants to look cutesy and professional at check-ins. So I'm gonna look through my closet for that. And then I have to book my hair appointment. I just get a blowout when I get to Pittsburgh, so that should be easy. I always run out of storage. In fact, right before I filmed this, I just had to delete some things off my SD card. So I have to delete storage off of this and then my phone as well, because I will be taking all the pictures and videos. And then I just have like little notes in here, like don't forget my tripod, you know, my light, things like that that can be easily just like missed, just off the top of my head, that I was like, oh, I can't forget this. And then I have like some packing, so like packing what I need to bring on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then yeah, that is pretty much. And then I have a list here that I have my tan ready to go, my makeup, flights, hotel, registration. Probably need to do some more show day shopping, which I don't think will be very much left to do. And then I just need to purchase my photo video package, which I'm not too stressed about. I could do that there as well. But yeah, we are, oh my gosh, so close. We are so close. But yeah, those are, if you are in the kind of the same boat trying to figure out, you know, things that you need to start collecting or thinking about. Those are just some things that kind of ran through my mind. I even got out, I was looking through my closet and I saw a cute little like handbag that I was like, okay, perfect. There's my going out purse for after finals. Like just the little details that I'm like thinking. And I have some things on here on my Amazon cart. Like I have an exfoliator glove that I'm going to throw into this purchase. I think I'm going to buy a new water bottle because I've been traveling with the same water bottle for so long that I'm like, I probably need a new one. I am going to buy a microphone for my DJI because I think that will become helpful at the trip alone. And then I found this like cute little like DJI case, which is so cute. And then yeah, little things like that I will be just start collecting and adding to my cart and spending more money on. So we love. But anyways, that is it for my 2 weeks out update. I hope you enjoyed. I will try and film as much as possible and maybe collect something out next weekend, but you know what? If I see you after show day, I will see you after show day. But yeah, anyways, thanks for following along. I can't believe we're here. And yeah, just grateful to be here. Bye.